Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Spintires Mudrunner, and welcome to the American Wildlands DLC? 2 new maps, and we'll go take a look at them right now. But we started in one, I have to say. So, yes, I will continue later. Hopefully this won't bug out when it has to load. Single player. It is the American Wildlands. Here's the 2 maps that we get. We get Grizzly Creek and we get Mount Logmore. Now, you know I like being frustrated for you. You know I do. So I did start Grizzly Creek just enough to confirm that everything was working, but I haven't gone into the map. So I want to do that with you. And you know it's always fun when things go a little bit wrong on us. You know what I'm talking about. That's half the fun of gaming, yo. I have had the coffee. I have had the ketogenic creamer. I'll tell you all about that. So we got 2 trucks. I picked 2 trucks. I picked this big. I picked this big old Ford, and I got a little F-150 over here. So let's take a look and see what this map looks like, and see what we've got. Now apparently there's more highway on these maps, and apparently there are some highway-only trucks. I know in base game. And even in the DLC, what is it, the Ridge and the Valley, the base game trucks, the Russian trucks, I think of them, they go on the highway and they go off-road. Apparently the highway trucks in this game only go on the highway. And I also see something here, scavenge. I don't know what that's about. But I see lumber mill, right? But I don't see log kiosk or log station. So I think in this DLC at least, or on these maps, scavenge is going to replace the log spawn point, or that is the log spawn point. You know what I'm talking about. So let's scout a little bit in our F-150, and we can do spare wheel, gets us some repair points, a roof trunk. Okay, got your little ladder rack back there. We got repair supplies, and that also holds fuel. And we got a bed cap. I really don't like that, I have to say. Okay, that'll do. Let's roll. So, parking brake off. Now, it says fuel here, but it's outside the trigger box. So I think this is just decorative. That is a very old-looking fuel station. I love it. Let's also, before I get too far ahead of myself, let's set some waypoints. So here's that, and then there's one there. Let's go down this way. Looks like we got to do a river crossing here. So let's go this way, here, right about here, more or less to here, right? And then let's get this first watch point over here, okay? And then we're gonna go, let's go back here. I want to see what the lumber camp looks like, so then we'll go here, and then I guess we'll go right here. Okay. Is that about right? It's a good starting point. Okay, here we go. Where is it? It's this way. It's this way. Oh. Camera jerk. So let's zoom out a little bit. Can we? Can we zoom out? Yeah, we can. It's easier when I have my mouse wheel. It's trickier when I have to lean over and do 2 fingers on the pad. You know what I'm saying? But when you're the portable gamer, that's how things go down sometimes. So this was a weird DLC. Normally, you will see DLC in the store like a few days before, sometimes a few weeks before. Like Farm Sim 19 is already in the store. It doesn't drop for another month. This was, today is Tuesday. This dropped about 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, but it happened like right at noon Eastern time in the US, which was kind of different. And also, now I think I told you this a few episodes back, but a couple weeks ago, I fired up this game and it downloaded like 1.3 gig of updates. And I thought, okay, well, that is the update that they're rolling out in support of the new DLC. And then it went away. But it had like a new load screen and everything. And I thought, and I still think, that like somebody hit the wrong switch over there at Saber, you know, and accidentally downloaded the new whatever you want to call it earlier than it should have been. Okay, here we got a little Blazer. Hey, Blazer. Okay. The little tarp won't come off. We got a Blazer. So this is what the fuel station looks like with the trigger box. So we'll top off, even though we don't really need to. Bam. I'm not going to fill those roof tanks. I told you my new technique is to use as little fuel as possible. I'm trying to max out my stars. So it downloaded the 1.3 gig, and it had a new splash screen the next time I fired up the game, and then it didn't. So I feel like it like reverted or something. I don't know. But I know when it uploaded, when it downloaded the update, going over here. When it downloaded the update, it downloaded it very quickly. It's 1.3 gig and it came in just a few seconds, so... Oh, fantastic. I got a beautiful tan. Look at me. It downloaded it very quickly to the point where I suspect that it was like, oh dear. Did I just dig myself in here? No. No. Not already. There's no winch point. We're on a beach. What am I going to winch to on a beach? Nothing. Nothing at all. No. Alright, I'm going to make just a quick effort to creep my way out of here. And if I can't creep, then we'll hop in our big Ford truck. Are we making any progress at all? Tiny, tiny, tiny little progress. I don't want to creep like this. I mean, sometimes you got to creep a little bit, but I don't want to creep for too long. There we go. We got it. Nothing going to stop big old F-150 pickup truck. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. Okay. Well, except for that. That might stop us. Alright. And we're rolling again. We are. So, what I'm saying is I feel like that update, I don't know, like it preloaded or something. You know what I'm saying? And then when the time came, the time and the place, so to speak, then it became active again or whatever. I don't know. I don't know, man. But, I see it. But regardless, that came in, and then the DLC came in. It's $9.99. It's in the Steam store, obviously. And come on. Come on. It's in the Steam store. So far, so good, you know. It's, I think $10 for 2 maps and a half dozen or so vehicles. Maybe a few more than that. Maybe about a dozen vehicles. But I think that's a good price. I would say if I had to throw a price at this, you know, if they said, like, name your own price, I would say about $10 is just about right. So good on them. They nailed that. Quality seems to be there. The game is certainly playing fast enough. We're at about 50 FPS like always. For this game having the physics that it does, I'm amazed that it's so lightweight. Okay, so we'll go back here now. Where my cursor at? We'll go back here and up, and then we'll discover... No. And then we'll discover this Freightliner, and we'll keep on rolling. Okay, cool. So, let's get turned around here. Turned around, I said. There you go. So yeah, pleased with it so far. It's cool to have base game supported American trucks, I guess. Not so much because I'm an American, but for the variety. And I also feel like, I know the game is made, people make the game are in Europe or Russia, or both. I guess Europe is Russia, and Russia is, you know what I mean. But I feel like a lot of the DLC is made by people overseas, and I'm cool with that. I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? I celebrate diversity. But I feel like you need to, like, as far as making American content, I feel like you gotta get on a plane, you know, and I used to live in Montana, so I'm not necessarily a Montana fanboy, but it's a beautiful place, and I feel like you need to go there and spend some time, and you know, kind of dig in and get a handle on the look and feel of it. And I don't know that people that make maps always have the resources or the opportunity to do that. So I would assume that the developers did do that, and good on them, yo. And then the same with the content. I feel like a lot of there are some American trucks in the Steam Workshop that, you know, I'm not sure who made them, but they seem pretty legit. But there are a lot of trucks, American trucks, that feel like someone's idea of what an American truck would be. And again, I'm not like down on people from other places. I really do. I've been everywhere, man. I've lived all over the world, and I love and respect all people. But I feel like you have to be from a place to sort of get it, or at the very least you have to go to that place to get it. So I feel like, I could be wrong about this, but I feel like this has more of an authenticity than some DLC that I've seen in the past. Okay, and that is full of fuel, so we don't need to... do we want to... Yeah, let's do it now because it's free. We already paid for it. So we'll swap trucks, and that'll give us a chance to take a look at this thing as well. Oi! Zoomed in. Okay. So let's refuel this guy, even though he doesn't really need it. And then hop back in. I guess we can refuel ourselves too. Okay. No, you know what? We'll save it because maybe we'll need it in another truck. Okay. So yeah, you get what I'm saying. It's got a nice look to it. It's got an authentic look to it, at least from my time in Montana. I think if anything, I would make it a little gloomier. If that makes sense. Now where are we supposed? Camera. Now where are we supposed to go? Through here? Is this a road? I don't know. I don't know about this. Could be a mistake. Oh no, there's a road there. Okay. So yeah, I'd make it a little gloomier. I lived in Missoula, Montana, and for sure it's a little grayer. This would be a... Man, this is twice now I've just like driven straight onto the rocks on the beach. Like I'm trying to get stuck or something. Come on, son. Get yourself together. Step your game up. Let's, I don't know. I don't know. And immediately, yeah, man, that in-car, I can't see nothing. Never have been able to. Oh, really? Come on. Just get to some open area. Oh. Yeah. Better to stay on the roads. I know that, but I always try to, like, cut through, and it never works. But, you know, it's a game about exploring. Let's explore a little bit. Right. So. Okay. Mo better. Can see a little bit. Oh man, we are just high-centered all day. There you go. Ah, there's a road. Perfect. Not how I planned it, but that's how it worked out. Now, is this a road or is this our road? I think this is our road. Fantastic. So anyway, so far so good, and definitely impressed with the look and feel, the authenticity. It feels very much like the Pacific Northwest so far, and vehicles look good. I never owned an F-150, but I did own an old Bronco. An old Bronco with a 351 Windsor, full-size Bronco, not the original Bronco, not that old, but full size with a 351 in it, and it was, that truck was a creeper. It would creep out of anything. Now, my truck didn't have a winch on it in real life, so I had to be sort of careful in my creeping. But we definitely got into some places in that thing that there was, like, logically there was no possible way for us to get in, and realistically there was no possible way for us to get out, but we did both, so good on us, yo. I guess that's the way luck sort of smiles on you when you're young and stupid. But we had a good time. So now we are running, if mine looks different than yours, you know, everybody's looks different. If mine looks different than yours, I am running Reshaded Sweet FX. Thank you, Commander After Hours, for the tip. Beautiful. So my colors may be a little bit different than yours, but Reshaded Sweet FX is free, yo, and it's cool. I mean, guardrail. It's I run it in most things, but some things I've tried it and I've turned it off. So for the most part, it works really well. Sometimes, you know, you don't need it, or you don't want it. It's right down there. It's right down there. Oh, now we're driving away from it. Here's a road. Let's drive right down to it. Is that it? No, that's a bridge. There it is. Okay. So maybe we'll discover the whole map today, even if the episode runs long. We'll discover the whole map, and we'll hop back in our great big Ford 9000, and we will set the brake, and we will right, okay, and we discovered that. So let's do it on the way. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Let's do this. Let's go back here, and then we're going to go here, 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 and here. And that'll give us, we'll be able to see what this is. We'll hop back on the highway and knock out this last watch point, and then we'll hop in our big Ford truck. And we'll open a garage or two. Okay, cool. That is a plan. I mean, it's a plan. I don't know if it's the best plan, but it's what we're going with. So it goes. You know what this reminds me of? Is Gold Rush. Remember Gold Rush? I felt so bad for that game because I wanted to like it. And I felt like, I could be wrong here, I don't know the developers, but I felt like it had taken some cues. Come on. Come on. I felt like it had taken some cues from Farming Simulator. And you would be essentially farming for gold. And I thought that was a great concept, and I like the idea of the heavy equipment, and I like the idea of being out in the woods. It's got a really similar look and feel to it. I mean, Alaska is, I guess, technically the Pacific Northwest, but it's like the far extreme Pacific Northwest. But it's got the same kind of look and feel. And I felt bad for that game because it didn't really take off, I don't think. And I know for me, it just, well, like yesterday in that farm sim vid from Maplewood, I was talking about legs, and I feel like Gold Rush just didn't have any legs. You know, just missed the mark the tiniest little bit. It was a cool game, and I wanted to like it, but it just never did it for me. So that's that. I don't want to say it's the luck of the draw, and I don't want to harsh on developers, but you know, I don't know if you've ever been in a place with a lot of bars, you know, New Orleans or Nashville or Bangkok, or you know, a place with a ton of bars, and you can hear a lot of live music playing, and it's like, you know, you want to go in here and check out this band, and you go in and check out one band and they're awesome, and you go to check out the next band and it's like, no, just didn't do it. Nope, wrong one. Didn't do it for me. And that's one of those weird things, because it's like, it's just a bar band, you know? How good do you expect them to be? And it's not that they need to be perfect or they need to be great or anything. They just need to have like that whatever, just that spark somehow. And I feel like video games are the same way. Like some of them, you know, this game on paper is ridiculous. You drive slowly in the mud. Well, that sounds dumb, you know, but it's just a combination of things. The look and feel of the game, which is a little bit, I feel like the graphics are a little bit cartoony, but in a good way. You know what I mean? It suits the game. I feel like if the graphics were super photorealistic, it might not work. It's got almost like a surreal quality to it, you know, like a dream quality. It looks a little graphic novel, but it works. And the physics are amazing and extremely frustrating. And, you know, you put it all together and it's like, yeah, it just works. On paper, I have to say, it sort of doesn't work. It's a goofy concept, but then it works. And then you have something else like Gold Rush that on paper it's like, oh yeah, that is killer. And then in real life it just missed the mark a little bit. And I'm not shit talking the game. It's a good game. It just didn't do it for me. And apparently it didn't do it for a lot of people because it didn't really take off. But anyway, it's a little digression. But it's right there, is it not? Yeah, it's right there. Oh, it's right there. Okay. How do we get to it? When I said it was right there, I meant it's like right there. I knew you had money. I didn't know you had money. I mean, I knew you had money. I just didn't know you had money. All right. Oh, we're gonna flip this thing if we're not careful. Oh no! I was just kidding. Oh, yep. Yes. No. Yes. That is what I'm aiming for. That was 100% on purpose. I absolutely did that. Deliberately. I just wanted to get that badge. Wow. Okay. Just got super dark, super fast. Alright. Do we want to mess with damage? For the moment, we don't. Let's save it in case we need... Oh. We're flying blind. What did we say? We said we wanted to... Okay, we got all this open now. Oh, I mean, we could go right through there. We could turn around and go all the way back. You know what? We're close enough. Let's go down here. Let's do this. Let's go down here. To here. To here. Back up here. Let's get on our Ford, and then we're going to take the Ford to the west, and get that one. Okay, let's do that. So we don't have to turn around, and so we don't have to backtrack. Let's do it that way. Fantastic. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right, so we're rolling. So yeah, man, it's this game fascinates me because it's like nothing about it should work, but somehow, it really, really works. I think. I love it. All right, so we are going across. Is this a bridge? Is this a dam? This is a bridge. Okay. Super duper. Oi. Taking a beating in the F-150. That's okay. That's what they're built for. No problem. No we're going to go north here. And when I say north, of course I mean east. And then we're going to go north. Yeah. Okay, don't need fuel at the moment. Let's skip fuel. Try to use as little as possible. That truck is unlocked. That's the Blazer. Is that right? Yep. Yeah, like even right now how grainy it is. It just really... It's got a film grain look to it. It's got... yeah, it's sort of surreal looking. But I think it really suits the style of game. Alright, and I think we're going to come up on our truck pretty quick. We're moving pretty fast on the highway. So, now I feel bad that we're going to get into our Ford tractor trailer after dark, but what can you do? You know, the game gets dark. You got to drive in the dark. Yep, right up here. And then let's do this. We'll go and because it's going on 2200. Maybe we'll open a couple garages in the dark, and then we'll drive back to those scavenge points in daylight because I'm curious what they are. Like I don't know what they do or what they are. I assume that they're log spawn points. Ah, okay. Okay, so we got full fuel, and we got full damage repair. Good for us. Okay. We do have a cursor, so we go to change truck. Boom. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Okay, so what do we got here? We've got flatbed semi-trailer. Ah, we can transport a vehicle. Okay, we got fuel cistern. We already have one of those. We have a fuel semi-trailer. We don't need that. We have a fuel dolly trailer. Log carriage holds 3 points. Log cart hitch. Okay. And that's required to install the long log cart. Long log cart holds 6 points. Medium log trailer, dolly trailer, holds 4 points. Military garage cart, 2 points for the garage. Trailer hitch. Okay, we need all that for our trailers. And we... Oh. Service body, I love it. And then a utility semi-trailer. 1,200 repair points, 4 garage points. And then a dolly trailer. Let's do the service body, just because I love it. That's so awesome. And then let's do that as well. And let me tell you, the reason I love it, my buddy T-Bones, you hear me mention my buddy T-Bones, is, whoa, easy, Big Daddy. My buddy T-Bones, I think it's going to go out that way. My buddy T-Bones drives he's a rigger. Very rigorous. See what I did there? He's a rigger and a crane operator and a truck driver, but he services great big cranes, and he's got a big old service truck. So I think having the utility body, the service body on here is very fitting, and he would like that. So Tony D, if you're watching, that's what we got going on. This thing actually handles pretty well, and I think, you know, I'm always talking about how goofy the off-road vehicles are when you're on the highway. I feel like this is a highway vehicle that is, well, this is going to sound ridiculous. It's a highway vehicle that's made for the highway, but it actually handles pretty well. As I, swerve all over and almost drive us off a cliff. But other than that, pretty well. And I would zoom out. You know I would, but camera in this game, man. It's tricky. Alright, so we're going around here. Can't see anything. Oi. Sound is, maybe not the best. I can hear the things they're trying to do. It sounds like they're trying to make some turbo whine and some various things, but sounds like a... It doesn't sound like a turbo, it sounds like a turbine. So, ain't no truck I never heard of. Now, we're not going up that cliff, so let's get up here to a good stopping point, and then we will set the brake. We're gonna have to move a waypoint because the... No. We're gonna have to move a waypoint because that one, we're not going over there. So let's do this. Let's just do this, because I imagine we go down here, and then we go down here. Yep. So then we'll go here, 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 and here. Okay. Brakes off. Here we go. So yeah, that would be the first. I mean, obviously it's not a deal breaker, but I would say that would be the first first thing I've seen where I feel like the game maybe loses 1 point. Take 1 point away from your Michelin rating. Do we need fuel? Yeah, we can get fuel. Oi! And we're discovering a truck too. I didn't even see that on the map that we could discover that, but boom. But we just discovered a truck as well. Okay. Now, I feel sometimes that the way the trucks are laid out, the discoverable trucks, I feel like the way that they are laid out, if you use them in the appropriate order, if you use them just right, you can finish the map very efficiently without a lot of backtracking or wasting a lot of fuel. I think that is the case. I could be wrong. They could just be totally random and just scattered on the map. But I feel like they're laid out in a way that, like, because there's always a fuel bowser that's like half full or 3/4 full, and that's one of those things that, like, I just jump in and start playing, or I load up, you know, my own mod trucks, like, oh, I want to drive these, and I just start playing, and I forget that, you know, once you discover that fuel truck, if you move it appropriately, you don't have to buy any fuel or take the fuel penalty for, like, the rest of the map, you know. So I wonder about, because that Freightliner we just discovered has the log body already on it, so you see what I'm saying? Like, should we just use that instead of configuring something else? You see what I'm saying? You do. So, and we're in automatic, and this thing is in 5th gear, and it's a truck. It ain't no sports car, but it's pretty pretty slow. I'm curious. So there's a skidder, and we'll need to take a look a little deeper and see if... Oh. Out of control. We'll need to look a little deeper and see if we do a crane in this game, or if we're going to load all our logs with a skidder. Not in this game, but you know what I mean, in this map. Like, if the technique is to load with a skidder rather than a crane, or somehow it's different. Oh, it's so wet. There we go. Nope. Cut it. There you go. Wait, did we just turn the wrong way? Of course we did. Of course we did. Now I gotta try to back up a dolly trailer, because I'm so good at that. Missed a jackknife. It's okay, we got it. We got it. I do like the suspension travel and the suspension realism, I guess. I mean, the physics on this game has always been tip-top. Like, nothing to complain about there. There never has been. So that's good. Oh man, one of the doors on my service body is flapping. That is so awesome. Details, man. Immersion. I love them. I love the details. Right. Here's our garage. Let's get this open. It's the middle of the night. That's perfect. Oh, brakes. Okay, so we'll unload this. Now, is that going to take our service body away? It sure is, but we can just get another one. I keep hitting the wrong button. You want to do... Is that it? Okay, we've only got 2 garages and they're both open. All right, fantastic. Let us... we got one more watch point. You know what? Let's do this last watch point in the Ford. And then we'll call it an episode. Okay, let's do it that way. We'll do it live. So we're going to go here. Moment. Moment. We're going to go here. Moment. We're going to go here. God damn it, we're going to go here. And then we're going to go right about here. And then we're going to go here. And then we're going to try to get up here. Okay. Cool. We have fuel. We have lights. We have no sense of direction. Now we do. Beautiful. Okay, here we go. And this is all highway. We should get there fairly quickly, and then I'm going to lean over and see how we're doing on time. But I would have to say, without looking at the clock, I would say we're about 36 minutes. 38? 40. Somewhere in the 40 region. Jesus. Softly sprung suspension, yo. Very truck-like. Now, if we see a right turn as we get close, if we see a right turn off into the woods, we're going to take it because where the watch point is from the highway, it's like straight up a cliff. And obviously, we can't drive up a cliff. But if we see a right turn, we'll take it. Because we do need to get up to the right. And that may put us right about dawn. You know what I'm saying? And that'll be a good time to end the episode because then when we pick it up next week, you want to wait a week? I don't want to wait a week. I'm all, you know what I'm saying? I got the enthusiasm. But I don't want to do 2 episodes today. I mean, I do, but I don't want to spam you. Ah. Is that a road? It's a bad idea. Would not be my first bad idea. Oh, this is... Let's do this. Let's clear this out. And... yeah, let's just do this. 130 meters-ish. I feel like if we can get through these trees, we ought to be okay. I said if we can get through these trees, come on. Come on, little Ford. Oh, beautiful. And I'm hoping we come across a road in here somewhere. Ah. Not really. Not a road. Okay. Oi, camera. I mean, it's... You know my policy. If I can't suggest a better way to do something, I try not to, like, talk a lot of smack. And I think the gear shift system... Okay, we dug in. I think the gear shift system works, for sure. And it's one of those things like, you know, how would you do it? Oh dear. Okay. Okay. This is tricky because we gotta... I feel like we gotta set the brake. Oh, I don't want to winch us all the way up here. Okay. So we'll set the brake. Camera. We'll set the brake. We'll release. We'll try to get turned around here and not flip the thing. Not the most realistic physics at the moment, I have to say. As realistic as the physics are in this game. Kind of a big F right now. We're close. We really are. Through there? No, man. I want to go this way. Turn loose of me. Oh, dear. Now I've done it. Yep, this was a mistake. But, I mean, we're really close. We really are. We just need to get to the side a little bit. There we go. And fortunately, the sun is coming up. That's always nice. Yeah, I want to go that way. Perfect. So release. And then right through there. Oh, right through there. Right through there. There you go. Maybe. 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 Come on. Okay, well, we can see it. Now, the trick is to get there without flipping. Oh. Oh, dear. And we are like... Okay. Hang on. Let me check on time. 42 minutes. You know what? Oh, man. Are you having fun? I'm having fun. Let us... the only thing that can really get him out of there is... did we discover this? The skidder? I've heard good things about the skidder. It's going to take a minute to get there. The skidder. It's going to take a minute to get there. Let's do it. Let's do it. So we got to go... no, we can just go straight through with this thing. We don't care. So we go here, here. I'm not going to go all the way around there, so let's go here and try it from the other side. Let's go ahead. Okay. Parking brake off. Must zoom out. Out, I said. Out. There you go. Okay. Well, this will take a minute to get there. The nice thing is, we're not going to go very fast, but we're never going to slow down. Because this is like... Reminds me of the K700. Just goes through everything. But very slowly. The turn response on this thing is like hydraulic, yo. Like you turn the wheel and a minute later the message gets down to the helm. Okay. Throw on a little four-wheel drive, see how we do. Doesn't make much difference. This thing is just kind of a beast. Yeah. Okay. We're coming to rescue the Ford. I think that makes sense. I don't want to... Ah. Is this a scavenge point? Okay, so it says scavenge, but it's really just a log spawn. And we're on hardcore, so we don't get the trigger box. But it's because there's a log kiosk and a log station. I want to say the kiosk is the one where you just pull into the trigger and it auto loads, and then a log... I don't know. One of them is one, and the other one is not that one. But we're on hardcore, so we're going to have to manually load these. And I guess you load it with this thing. I haven't seen a crane yet, but I haven't looked at all the vehicles to see if you can put a crane on any of them. I didn't see a crane on the 9000 that we drove. Did not see a crane option on there. So, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And you know, the other thing we can do is we can drive Russian trucks on here as well. And I know those have cranes, obviously. Which way do we want to go here? Well, we want to move that for one thing. So, it didn't take long to get here at all. We just got to go around the bend, and we'll be into the woods. I'm coming for you, F-150. I'm coming for you, little buddy. Don't you panic. The thing is like stuck in a tree vertically. That's a new one. That's a new one in the Spintires. Right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that it? Right there? Is that it? That is. Son of a... So that means our truck is like right there. Alright. Moment. We're going. We're just going. If I get two vehicles stuck, let's do this. Okay. Let's do something else. Let's do this. See, what I meant to say was let's do this. Let's not drive into the vertical rock face. No, it's just two. Look at that. Oh, it's got a plow on it. Okay. Entry angle, they call that in the business. I see a way to get in there. Approach angle. Ain't happening. Okay. So let's turn. Yes. And right here. Maybe not. Oh, you know, we could back in. You know what I'm saying? Backing up that skidder. Let's try this. Okay. This is all very wrong. Very wrong. Where'd it go? There it is. I'm gonna roll this thing. The terrain is much steeper than I think just about anything that I've come across in base game. The terrain is very angular, so that's different. I like it. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, this is tricky, man. This is really different. I'm digging it, though. So, and I'm really being mindful of the angles. So we don't... Oh! So we don't flip and roll. The camera is killing me right now. It's really making it difficult to... because the camera's flipping around so much, it's really making it difficult to, like, orient myself to the angle of the terrain. There's the little buddy. Hang on. I'm going to check something. Is there a road in here? There is absolutely not. Okay, so there was no road that we were going to get to. This is just a kind of a tricky watch point to get to. So even after we get that truck... Yeah, God, the camera, man. Wow. I'm not saying I could do it better, but it's a handful. Let's see. Let's just get to him. Let's just get to him and then see if we can pull him... You know what I'm saying? To the right angle. At least get him on the ground. And our skidder proper is caught on a tree. Come on, buddy. So, we need to do... No. We need to get this guy. Let's get him over here a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then let's set the brake and release and pull this guy. And, there we go. Perfect. So I'm going to release this one and try to get him back to solid ground, which is the way we came. I don't know. This is crazy. This is, it's got a really different feel than the other maps. No, that's not what I wanted. No, it's not what I wanted. This. I mean, that's really the only place that I can go. It's a shame you can't get out and cut trees down. Come on, camera. There we go. That way? We can go that way. Let's try that. Anything at this point, man. This is, not quite... It's not turning me off or anything, but this is... this is kind of a crazy situation we're in right here. Okay, better, better. Right now, to get back to the road, do we want to risk this? I'm concerned that we're going to kind of get stuck on that blade when we try to transition. Come on. When we try to transition the angle onto the highway. Come on. Whew. Okay. Yeah, this thing is the response on it. I mean, it's not. It is what it is. It's a great big log skidder, so it's not. I'm not expecting it to handle like a sports car, but the amount of time that it takes to turn the articulating body is really like plan ahead, because it takes a second. Okay, so I'm looking for a lay-by where I can get this thing pulled over. We'll go back and pull... Why? We'll go back and pull the F-150 out, and then we'll call it an episode. And yeah, that's perfect. We'll be right about an hour. Okay. Right there. That's what I'm looking for. Oh. Come on. Come on. Right in there. Okay, fueled up. So let us, nope. Let us get back in our F-150. And if we can get this thing out of here, fantastic. If we cannot, I'm just going to call it, because I'm not frustrated, but this is different. This is definitely different than previous maps. Oh, he really wants to go downhill. Okay, let's go downhill then. Let's hit all the trees. Every single one of them. Whew. We're going to make it? I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to make it. Oh, dear. Okay, and now we're going to do repairs. Because we've taken some damage. Well, we don't have... Okay, that works. I thought we had more damage than that. Let's pull up here to the fuel station, and then we will call it an episode. Man, I like it. It is different, though, and it is, these angles, man, not something I'm necessarily used to, I have to say, from base game. So it's going to take a little getting used to, but it's fun so far. I wouldn't say we were near to rage quit, but it's a combination of things. It's the relentless physics, you know, which is fun in a way, but then you throw in the trees and it's like, okay, I'm having a really hard time controlling the truck and I can't see, and then you throw in the camera and all three of those together and it's like, moment please, I need to like step outside and smoke a bowl or something. If that's the sort of thing that you're into, hypothetically, I would never do that. Right. So, get that parked. Pivot around here for a little screenshot. In fact, let's pull up here. Yeah, let's pull up here. Set the brake, zoom out. This is going to be my screenshot, I think. Yeah, that'll work. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Spintires Mudrunner. This is the American Wildlands DLC. It's available now in the Steam store. Check it out. It's super fun, and we will see you next time. Take care now.